It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it
Man,
is.
we couldn't have asked for a better one, but these are two of the most deserving people I can think of. It was interesting. Shaun was saying we had to be here about 3 o'clock, and we had to get our suits on, and we had to do this and do that. And it was 4:05, and none of us even had our suits on yet. And we're just hanging out, and it became really apparent to me that this wedding was unique. You know, you go to a lot of weddings, I've been to a lot of them, I'm sure all of you have. And there's a lot of anxiety, there's excitement, but there is this feeling of rushedness. And there wasn't that at all today. It was unbelievable, and that just shows the love that these two have for one another, the level of comfortability that the families have, and how God has really blessed them. It was actually really hard to write this speech. I speak a lot in public on health and nutrition and different things like that, and I don't normally even have a cheat sheet, but I'm going to do my best not to lose it up here. Shaun and I have been friends for 19 years, and we started, I was 18 years old, and he was 19 years old, and we were selling knives together. And that summer was interesting because we had a couple really high goals. That was selling knives during the day, running around posting these wooden stakes through Montgomery and Bucks County and mailing these signs for the company, and then making it by 5 o'clock to happy hour at Callaway's every day. And that was kind of our goals. We hit on most days, but it was really the following summer that was special. It was a summer that was incredibly hard for myself, for Shaun. We were both branch managers for the company. He was out in the Pittsburgh area, I was in the Poconos area. And, you know, as a 19-year-old getting up at 4:30 in the morning and working your ass off all day until whenever, there was a thing called VectorCom. If you can remember, many years ago, there was intercompany voicemails. And that was VectorCom for us. So every day, I had 1 to 2 voicemails from Shaun. And he had 1 to 2 voicemails for me. And we encouraged each other every single day to push on, to work harder, and to keep going. And that was also the most impactful summer of my life. And I knew I had not only made a friend, but a best friend. And I'm going to try and hold this back. So, with that being said, when I was writing this speech, actually, I was thinking about it. I shared it last night with a couple of people. It's been almost 20 years of our friendship, and there actually hasn't been a week that's gone by that Shaun and I haven't spoken. And that, I couldn't believe it. I was thinking about all the stories, and we could go on for days with insane stories, right? I mean, there's too many of them. But it really reminded me of Proverbs 18, verse 24. It reads, one who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And I can really see God's hand in Shaun's life, in both of our lives, but in Shaun's life, especially in the recent years, in his hardest times. And, you know, when we all go through hard times, it's hard to keep our faith, right? As soon as things start happening, it's like, God, where are you? And Shaun kept his faith throughout everything. And I can remember a conversation he had, and we prayed together, and he was really, really upset this day, and he felt that he would never find anyone else. And there was actually, as soon as we hung up, because I was driving into work that day, as soon as we hung up, a song came on the radio. I was listening to K-Love, and the song was called Glorious Unfolding, and it had just been launched. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing, because this song talks about, you know, the current state of life is not who you will be or what God's will is for your life. And I got it on YouTube, I texted it to him. And here's, I don't even want to say the crazy thing, because it's just God's hand in all of this. But within 1 week, Shaun met Stephanie. And I was just thinking, how awesome is that? I mean, you know, God just really, it was, you know, they say the darkest part of night is right before the dawn. And that's what happened there. It was unbelievable. And then Shaun calls me up. He says he meets this girl, and they're going out, and they actually went out, and they passed the car accident. I don't even know if you remember this conversation, but we're talking about a week later, and he said, you guys had passed the car accident, and Stephanie had actually pulled over. She asked you to pull over, and that the two of you could pray together, right? And if you know me really well, sometimes I don't have a filter whatsoever. And so I blurt without a thought. I said, Shaun, you need to marry her. And he responds back, dude, calm down. I just met her. Now, you know, Shaun, that's exactly going to be his response. Calm down, I just met her. I said, yeah, you just met her, but you know exactly what you're looking for. And she sounds like a perfect fit. And here we are tonight. So let's raise our glasses. We all will be praying for you both. We love you incredibly. And we are looking forward to a wonderful evening, but more than that, a beautiful life. Cheers. Oh, everyone stand, because we're going to pray.